Good evening, Council. My name is John Bauer, and I'm a resident of the city of Flagstaff and a student from Northern Arizona University. When I first read about the passing of the nuisance party ordinance this past May, I was immediately concerned for the arbitrarily low number of persons that constitutes a nuisance party. On further reading, I found that the definition of a nuisance party is a gathering of 5 or more people on any private or business property disturbing the quiet enjoyment of surrounding property or persons. The definition then goes on to list what a nuisance party can do to be deemed as such, but does not limit the list to clearly defined standards. What was then more alarming to me was that a responsible person is defined as anyone engaged in a nuisance party. You then extend the probationary period to 120 days and impose fines on landlords. Council, by definition, we can be considered a nuisance party if this meeting was disturbing to someone. This is because the wording in this ordinance, while apparently defined, gives citizens and police officers too much discretionary power. It allows any group of 5 to be deemed a disturbance in their homes and on the streets, and it gives the police the ability to detain any group of 5 who that officer perceives as a disturbance or a potential disturbance. Furthermore, it endangers bystanders who are not committing the crime in question by deeming them a responsible person for the actions of another person committing said crime. Essentially, these loose and low definitions put students and residents alike in danger of harassment. The room for individual perception and the harsh realities of some societal norms is too large to ignore and must be corrected before a student or police officer uses this ordinance to harass and punish an innocent member of our community. Council, I first started my petition on change.org to urge you to repeal Ordinance 2015-8. As of writing this speech, we have cultivated around 3,000 signatures. In fact, if you Google Flagstaff Ordinance 2015-8, it will be the first result. When that initial petition failed to compel action, I tabled a physical citizens forum and garnered the support of just over 500 people, which brings us here today. Council, we ask that you reconsider this ordinance in the following ways. Clearly define what does and does not constitute a nuisance party and responsible person, because guilt by association is not a parameter to impose punishment for. Raise the limit of assembly set by the definition of a nuisance party back to 15, and lower the probationary period back to 90 days to fairly punish the many homes and businesses this ordinance may apply to. Council, like I've been preaching for the past several months now, this ordinance cannot stand. It is a highly unconstitutional but highly profitable means of combating the dangers of parties that endangers students and families who, by and large, do not commit the crimes you are looking to punish. On behalf of the thousands who have supported me, I urge this council to protect the liberties of students and families this ordinance endangers by immediately specifying the language of this ordinance. I thank you for the opportunity to speak to you tonight and look forward to working with you in the future.
All right, thank you. Gail.